The world is a beautiful place. This is the only place in our observable universe where life cherishes. This wonderful and mesmerizing beauty of Earth will amaze you, but there are some places where the merciless silent murderer waits under the mask of Pharisaic beauty. Some of those places will deceive you, some will make you suffer, some will remind you the hell, and some shall try to trap you for eternity. In today's video we will try to show you some places that can kill you in moments if you make any wrong move. So, let's get started.
Number 1. The SAC Acton Cave System, Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico.
One of the most magnificent and ancient civilizations that we know of is Mayan civilization. It's in Yucatan Peninsula. The remainings of the lost civilization, the incredible structures and magnificent pyramids deep inside Yucatan forest still surprises us. But if you look closely, you will find there is a huge gap. A big piece of the puzzle is missing. To build any civilization, a source of water is a must. Every great civilization was built near a great source of natural water, especially fresh water. You will find many great civilizations were near most ancient rivers like the Nile and Euphrates. Great civilization couldn't be built without natural fresh water source, but there was no such fresh water source near to Mayan civilization. More strange is, there exists the Yucatan forest, which is world's one of the most moist forests. Logically it seems almost impossible to exist because there is no visible source of fresh water in this area to sustain such a great green forest. But how is this even possible? The answer lies beneath the surface of the forest. If you fly over the forest or make your drone fly, you will find there are many big holes in many distant places of the forest, and those holes contains fresh water. It looks like those are sinkholes, but they are not. Actually it is the most magnificent and incredible underwater cave system in the world. The underwater tunnels are interconnected but so complex, like an extreme impossible maze. Many tunnels are connected with the ocean. This system is so huge and so vast that no one knows how big it actually is. Many expert divers are trying to map it since it was discovered, but still, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Since the underwater flooded cave was discovered, more than 215 miles or 346 kilometers has been mapped, but still there are so many remains hidden, full of mysteries and secrets.
It is believed there was a time when this cave system was not flooded, and there is strong evidence to believe it. This immense cave system is not only a significant geologic formation but also a treasure trove of ancient Mayan artifacts, unknown plant and animal species, and even the oldest human skeleton was discovered in the mysterious underground maze. Divers discovered ancient skeletons and things that indicate ancient people used to perform human sacrificial rituals down in the currently flooded tunnels, and it means there was once a time it was not flooded. There are some fish found here that you will not find anywhere else in the world. They are especially created for this dark place only. You may think the mysterious cave system sounds charming and interesting, so why the hell we list this place as one of the most dangerous one? Because this place is not only underwater, it's also underground, beneath the rocky surface of the forest. It's a huge unknown dark territory. This is so huge and vast that it's almost impossible to keep track of where you are going and from where have you started your journey. The underwater flooded tunnel network is spread like nets of thousands of spiders' colony. There is no air here to breathe, no lights to see. It's pitch black down there. Even most experienced divers will think many times and prepare themselves with special equipment before diving in here. If you get lost or lose your track, it means this is the end of your life. If any of your equipment malfunction or fails to work, you are doomed. There is no way to escape. Million tons of solid rock, mud and root of entire very old forest above you. When you are diving, there is a chance that a huge part of the ceiling of the cave breaks down and makes the passage blocked. Even the bubble from an oxygen mask can crash a soft thin layer of mud above. It would block your visibility and make it impossible to see through the water even by a foot, but you have to cross miles to go back to the entrance from where you started your journey. Even the water can deceive you there. If you are lost and your oxygen tank is almost empty, watching air pockets may give you false hope, but don't get fooled and don't take off your mask to breathe, because this is not air. This is just the two different layers of fresh and salt water that appear like water and air. To discover and go forward, you may have to push yourself through very narrow gaps and passages. You may also get stuck. There will be no one to help you down there. So if anything like this happens, there is no way back. You won't even get any chance to struggle enough as oxygen supply is so limited. Men can't carry too much oxygen due to physical limitations. Many divers died here. There are records that people tried to kill each other just to take the oxygen cylinder when they get lost and short of their oxygen in the underwater maze. Even the most experienced divers fear this place, and it is wise to do so. With years of experience, not all divers can go down there. Diving here requires specialized training and equipment, and even with these, the risks remain high due to factors like low visibility, narrow passages, and the potential for getting lost. So if you have any wish to visit this place, you better change your mind. It would be wise to leave these place alone. You can just enjoy the beauty of this place over the screen. Even if you are some daredevil and somehow manage the permission to dive in one of the doorways to the mysterious underworld, you better not go too far, and you must take one highly experienced diver with you as your guide.
Number 2. Lut Desert, Iran. After a mysterious underwater cave journey, let's have a tour straight to the hell of the earth. This place is called the Lut Desert, widely referred to as Dasht-e-Lut, and it literally stands for its name. In Persian, Lut means empty, Dasht-e-Lut means emptiness plain. This place is so hot and the environment is so harsh, almost no living thing can live here. Not even grass or cactus of desert can survive this extreme. It's a fascinating and extreme landscape in eastern Iran. This place can kill a human within a few minutes. Even with protective gear and dress, you can't stay here for a long time. Sunlight is too bright here that you shouldn't look without sunglasses, or your eyes can be seriously injured. The Lut Desert holds the record for the highest ground surface temperature ever recorded on Earth. The surface of its sand has been measured at temperatures as high as a scorching 159.3 degrees Fahrenheit or 70.7 degrees Celsius, making it one of the world's driest and hottest places. Many people call it the hell of the earth. Dasht-e-Lut is also one of the largest of these desert basins, 480 kilometers long and 320 kilometers wide, and is considered to be one of the driest places on Earth. If you think you can take a tour to the hottest place in your luxurious SUV, in the cool air of your car's AC, then you are totally wrong. Air condition of the car can't work here because the weather of outside is so hot it's impossible for a condenser to release heat on air. If you want to go there, you have to carry ice and cold water in a big insulated box. You have to cover yourself with a wet towel so that you don't get heat stroke. This is the only way you can survive the heat for a short time. You have to take spare tires for your car and shoes with thick soles because more than half of the desert's surface is covered by volcanic rocks. During daytime, this rocks heat up and feels like ember. It can burn your skin, melt your tire and your shoes. Most of your electronic devices like mobile phone, smartwatch will stop working due to excessive heat. To make it work, you have to cool it down. In this place you will literally feel like you are in an oven. So, if you are not a researcher, going there is not recommended at all. But if you want to go anyway, you must keep a backup plan, and a GPS tracker, so that if anything happens, the rescue team can track you and take you out of that place as soon as possible, otherwise your death is inevitable.
Number 3. Mount Washington, USA. Mount Washington, located in the northeastern United States, it's not only a mountain, it's an assassin in disguise. Native Americans revered it as the home of the Great Spirit because it has a notorious reputation for being extremely dangerous and deadly. It is not the tallest mountain in the country, but still, this silent hunter has claimed more lives than any other mountain in the US. However, despite being so harsh and deadly, it still attracts more than 250,000 visitors annually. Standing at 6,288 feet, Mount Washington is infamous for its extreme weather, often described as the worst in the world. Yes, you heard it right, worst in the world. In 1934, the observatory on the summit recorded a wind speed of 372 kilometers per hour, which is faster than most of the world's fastest supercars. This is one of those extreme places where highest wind speeds are ever recorded on Earth. Hurricane-force winds occur approximately every 4 days, and the summit frequently experiences temperatures as low as 50 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 45.6 degrees Celsius. It's even hard to stand still against the wild force of nature. This extreme weather leads to risks of hypothermia and frostbite for unprepared visitors. Even prepared visitors will face the worst experience of his life. The mountain receives about 280 inches or 711 centimeters of snow each year, which is more than enough to bury any human and make the way impossible to pass, sometimes covering trails even in July. Can you believe it? Rain and fog are also common, severely reducing visibility to the point where one might not see their own hand or feet. The weather can be deceptively warm and sunny at the down at the mountain, leading unprepared tourists to attempt hikes without realizing that an extremely cold, mad, unpredictable destructive force of nature is waiting for them on top of the mountain. They can't even imagine how fast the weather can change from pleasant to their worst nightmare. The proximity of Mount Washington to urban centers like Boston means that hikers can drive to the mountain for a day, hike without adequate preparation. However, proper preparation for Mount Washington involves not only physical fitness and appropriate clothing, but also the readiness to turn back if the weather deteriorates. The mountain's unpredictable weather and the dangers of being unprepared make it a challenging and potentially life-risking destination for hikers.
This is all for today. If you like our videos, then please give a like and share with your friends and family. It will inspire us to create more interesting, informative and entertaining videos for you. We will come back soon with the second part of this video soon, so please don't forget to subscribe. Till then, have a peaceful day.